Hello, this little video is going to show you how to change an improper fraction into a mixed number. An improper fraction is when the numerator is larger than the denominator, and a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. So we're just going to fill in these little blank boxes here. Well, fractions are just times tables in disguise. So actually for this one, all we need to do is find out how many 4s go into 23. Now, if you're good at your times tables, you'll know that 4 times 5 is 20. So it's 5, 4 times 5 is 20, remainder 3. However, you don't want to be writing it like that. So what do we do with this remainder? Well, it's 5 whole ones, and that would give us 20 quarters, but there are 3 quarters left over. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this video, is how to do that. Changing it and not writing it as a remainder. Here's another example. If I had 19 thirds, well, I could, if I wanted, spend an awful long time writing out literally 19 thirds, which would be very boring and very tiresome, especially if that was a big number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see, I've lost count already. Is that 11 or is that the 10th? 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. It's a lot of time and effort. But if I know my times tables, 3 times 6 equals 18. So there's 6 whole ones, but 18 plus 1/3 left over. So you can see from those two examples, I'm just going to be doing times tables in disguise and finding out what divides into them. If I do it with a smaller one to illustrate, let's say I had 5 thirds, well, that would be 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3. Remember from the video, adding and subtracting with the same denominator? 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 is 5/3. Well, if we look at how many thirds it takes to make a whole one, you can see that I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3. So this becomes 1 whole one, because 3/3 make a whole one, 1 whole one, and 2/3 left over. I can group thirds, whatever the denominator is how many it will take to make a whole one. So there's 1 whole one there and 2/3 left over. Bear with me, and let's look at 7 quarters. Well, that would be 4 quarters make a whole one. 4 times 1 gives me the whole one, but there are 3 left over, and here we are. Here's quarters. Probably done more than I need, but let's have a look at colouring in 7 of them. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters makes a whole one. 4, 5 quarters, 6 quarters, 7 quarters. So you can see that it's 1 whole one. There's the whole one, and there's 3 quarters left over. If you can manage to do it without drawing pictures, it will be much, much quicker and much, much simpler for you. Let's say we had 19 fifths. Well, 5, 10, 15, so 3 whole ones, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 4/5 left over. 19 fifths becomes 3 and 4/5. If you've watched the video on changing a mixed number into an improper fraction, you'll know that they are sort of opposites of each other. So this one we'd multiply. 3 5s are 15, 15 add 4 equals 19, and that's a good way of checking if you're better at timesing than you are at dividing. Here's another one. Hope you've got your pen and paper ready for when you have a go at some. Here's one. Let's say we had 17 halves. Well, 2's into 17 go 8, because 8 twos are 16. 16, 17 means there's 1 left over. Let's double check. Oh my goodness, see, I've made a mistake. That's why you have to check. I do make silly mistakes, as everybody, well, unless you're more perfect than I am, but everybody makes silly mistakes sometimes, so it's why it's always important to check. 8 twos are 16, 16 add 1 is 17 halves. Lovely. I'll do a couple more and then you can have a go at some yourself. Let's have a look at this one. So we have the improper fraction, 24 over 3. Oh, 3's into 24 go 8, and there isn't a remainder. So it's just a whole number. Not really a mixed number, but this illustrates the point that the fraction sign is just a divide. How many 3's go into 24? So let's change this. Instead of 24, we'll make it 26. Let's have a look now. So 3's into 26 go 8, because 8 3's are 24, but there are 2, 24, 25, 26, there's 2/3 left over. The remainder always has that as the denominator. One more, and then you're going to do your own. 31/5. So 5's into 30, well 5 times 6 is 30. 6 5's are 30, 1/5 left over. So I'm going to write some for you to do. Get yourself a piece of paper. You're going to do, the first one is 28/5. The second one, 39/4. Third one, 41/8. And finally 53/7. So press pause and have a go. Okay, let's have a look at how you got on. Hopefully you're going to get yourself 4 nice big fat ticks here. So 5's into 28. 5's into 28, well 5 5's are 25. 6 5's are 30, so it's 5 whole ones. 5 5's are 25, 26, 27, 28, so 3/5 left over. Did you get 5 3/5? I hope so. 4's into 39, well 4 8's are 32, 4 9's are 36, no, 4 9's are 36, 4 10's are 40, so it's 9. 9 4's are 36, and there are 3/4 left over. Hopefully you got that one right. Let's double check. 9 4's are 36. 36 plus 3 does go back to 39/4. So again, watch the video on a mixed number into an improper fraction if I'm going a bit fast when I do the checking there. 5 8's are 40, 6 8's are 48, so 6 is too big, so it's got to be 5. 5 8's are 40, and there's only 1 left over. 5 8's are 40, 40 plus 1 is 41. Lovely, nice tick there. And finally, 7 6's are 42, 7 7's are 49, 7 8's are 56, so it's 7 7's are 49, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So 7 4/7. Before we get a tick, we're just going to check it. 49 plus 4 is 53. Boom, there we are. Well done. I hope you got all of those correct, and I really hope that this helped. So bye-bye.